I'm Mo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, which is my goals. I make a lot of goals over on my blog, Mad Cat Quilts. Since I joined BookTube this year, I wanted to make a special BookTube goals video. So I have some goals for reading, and I have some goals for BookTube and this channel, and some of them kind of cross over and some of them don't. We'll start with reading. My goal for every year for reading is to read more. One of the ways that I'm going to read more this year is by setting my Goodreads goal higher than I set it in 2020. There is a video on my Goodreads goal and my kind of thoughts on Goodreads. I don't really use it for much other than just keeping track of all my books and keeping track of a yearly goal. So my yearly goal in 2020 was 50 books, and I'm going to up that in 2021 to 65 books. At this moment, filming in December, I think I have 55 books, but when I started my Goodreads goal in August of 2020, I had only really started reading again a few months previous, and I had barely read any books for January, February, and March. My reading really jump-started again in the end of March. To me, 65 seems like a doable number, even though it's more books than I've read in 2020. I think also it's a good way to push myself to hit a goal and read a little more. I will be interested to see if I up my goal every year or if I kind of hit a number eventually and I stick to it, but for 2021, my reading goal will be to read at least 65 books in the year. My next reading goal really started from BookTube, which is to read more diverse authors. I would like to read more authors of color, more BIPOC authors. I would like to read more trans and non-binary authors. I would love to read more on the life experiences of people who fit into those categories and other kind of non-conforming categories. I'm really interested to start doing that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because I don't buy any new books, so it's going to be a challenge to seek out used books and to manifest to me used books. Going along with the second goal, I also want to read just more varied work. I'm a backlist booktuber. I read almost exclusively backlist books. I read kind of the same genres and the same types of books and certainly the same types of authors, which again goes to wanting to read more BIPOC, but I also want to read more varied books in general. My next reading goal is to talk more about books and to get my friends, family, and husband more involved in my book reading. I've always really loved to read, and I'm very lucky in that my husband and my father and my friends read a lot, but I find that we don't really talk about the books that we read. I think it's just that I haven't known the right way to ask them about the books that they're reading, so I'm going to try to get better at that in 2021. My last reading goal is to just continue my love of reading. I've always liked to read. I was always a reader growing up. I do have a kind of funny reading life story. That's something for another day. In 2020, I've really rediscovered my love of reading and how much I enjoy it and how much it adds to my life just for reading's sake itself, but then also for finding BookTube and finding a YouTube niche that I wanted to join. I just want to make sure that the drive to make YouTube videos and the drive to read more doesn't extinguish the love of reading that I have also rediscovered. And then I have some channel goals. So goals for this YouTube channel and BookTube channel specifically to do with reading. My BookTube channel does have other things on it. It talks about zero waste, it talks about working in the garden, it talks about sustainability. I also do bullet journaling, slow lifestyle, and things like that. And I think that those all tie in really well with my particular BookTube, partly because I am a backlist booktuber, and I do carry my zero waste lifestyle into reading in that I read used books. And one of the things I really like to do is go out into the wild and find books. It all does tie really well into my channel, but these are channel goals specifically to do with books. I would like to grow. I think right now I have very, very few subscribers, which is fine. They're very nice and I appreciate each and every one of them. But I think in order to have a further reach and therefore become a bigger part of the community, I am going to have to gain more subscribers. I'm not sure how to do that. The overarching goal is to become a bigger part of the BookTube community, and then like subheader, one of them is to be more consistent with my uploads. I started out at 2 and I was really good at keeping up that consistency, but I like making videos so much that I want to do more videos, and there's a lot more videos that I have in mind, and to kind of have to wait to get there, you know, the anticipation and the frustration is like real. So I think uploading 3 times a week will be helpful. Thinking about January and 2021, my goal right now is to upload 3 times a week, and that would be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Another subheader of wanting to be part of the BookTube community is I want to find more backlist booktubers, and I want to become more well known as a backlist booktuber. I think that BookTube is very much about reading the newest titles, reading the latest books, and I think that that is great. And I also think that there is something to be said for patroning the arts and buying books of authors and publishers that you appreciate. Since I don't buy any new books, I would like to find a bigger community on BookTube of backlist booktubers and more people who don't follow the trends. Another kind of subheader, I want to incorporate my BookTube more with my Instagram. My Instagram is only a personal Instagram. I don't plan on having a Bookstagram, but I do want to have more links and posts. I don't have a huge following on Instagram, but I think I will get more views if I link my posts. I have not done that previously because I was not, well, I was a new booktuber, one, and I wasn't very secure in my YouTube making and BookTube making. I'm still not very secure in that, but I think it's time to share this media and share this creative work with the larger world, and that involves sharing it with more of my friends and family, and that involves posting it on Instagram. So we'll see how that goes. Another goal I have for 2021 concerning my BookTube channel is to get better at making videos in general. I would like to become a better speaker. I would like to become a better editor. I would like to become a better producer. I would like to make more interesting and more creative videos. Again, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to work on it like any skill and try to get better at it. And then my last goal kind of ties in with my reading goal, but I would like to get my family and friends a little bit more involved with my channel. I don't think that my parents even know that I have a channel, which is fine, but they are readers. It would be interesting to talk to them. I think it would be pretty interesting to get my family and friends involved in the actual channel. Now that might take some convincing, especially for certain people. I would like to maybe do some videos interviewing people that I know who read and friends who read. I'd like to kind of incorporate my real life into my BookTube life a little bit more. So those are my 2021 Bookish and BookTube goals, and I hope you enjoyed them. If you have some BookTube goals, link your video down below, or just put your goals in the comment. We would love to read them and help you out with them this year in 2021. Thanks so much. Bye.